Alright, welcome to part 4 of the video walkthrough for King's Quest 6. Last time we took care of those creepy little dwarves, and now we're just gonna take care of a little bit of business on the beach here.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete.
Alright, and we can also talk to this oyster here.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
So, let's take a look. If you try reading this book, you'll make a note of it that it's extremely boring, and in general we'll be trying to put you to sleep. So, using that logic, we could probably use it on this oyster to put it to sleep.
If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
Two dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Alright.
Alexander makes a grab for the pearl.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
The little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
Alright, so we got the pearl out of the oyster's mouth. That's super helpful. And before we get any further in the Isle of Wonder, I just want to take care of
Alexander pulls
a
out his
couple
magic map.
things at the Isle of the Crown. So,
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
we're gonna warp there. Alright. So, as you recall, we used the mechanical nightingale to get past that dwarf stuff. But there's actually one other use for the nightingale, and that is to get this bird to trust us.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
Alright, so now that we've done that, well, we'll get back to that, but let's first go over here. And go to, well, let me just check Ali's books really quick.
Jallo, how fare you? And what news have you from the castle?
Prince Alex, how I fare is close to boiling. Have you seen the wedding proclamations around the village? I've heard rumors of the wedding, of course, but I didn't want to believe it, and I never thought it would be so soon.
Cassima. Married. Oh, it is an unpleasant thing to swallow, friend. If only I knew Cassima wished it. Tell me about the wazir, Jallo.
The wazir? Now there's a dangerous subject. His name is Abdul al-Hazred. He came to the kingdom 15 years ago. The king was fascinated by his knowledge and his fine-sounding ideas. It didn't take long for al-Hazred to convince the king to trust him with the minor problems of daily government. You see, Caliph had a wife and a new daughter he wanted to spend time with. Al-Hazred became wazir.
And now?
Well, he's had his eye on Cassima ever since she was a young girl. And she is the only thing between him and the throne.
Do you think he means to harm her?
Oh, I honestly don't know. I think he'd rather keep her as wife. But whatever his plans for the princess, He will use her to his best advantage. That's his way.
Perhaps he has charmed her. Perhaps she cares for him now.
The wazir is capable of anything, and Cassima must be vulnerable and lonely right now. Still, she has always instinctively distrusted him. Cassima has a good head on her shoulders. I'd be surprised if she's truly fallen for his words of love. I must return to the castle, Prince Alex, and you to your wanderings. May we both fare well.
Alright, so, as Jalo said, there's shady dealings involving the wazir, and he's trying to grab Princess on the rebound after this tragic homecoming and all that. And actually, we can read the wedding proclamation on the wall here.
Alexander doesn't remember that sign being on the wall before. He decides to take a closer look. It's a proclamation. It reads, "Citizens rejoice, announcing the royal wedding and coronation of Wazir Abdul al-Hazred and Princess Cassima. For reasons of security, the wedding will not be open to the public. Long live the new king and queen of the land of the Green Isles." Alexander feels his stomach turn at the thought of the dread event. If he doesn't do something soon, Cassima will be another man's wife.
So, yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to stop that, so on that note, let's go to the pawn shop.
Your candy dish is empty.
I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all.
Well, get some more then.
I fear that is impossible. Without the ferry, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown.
Oh, I hate not getting what I want.
Alright, so the nightingale no longer serves our purposes, so we'll trade it in.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
And let's go with the flute.
I'll take the flute.
The flute? Very good, Prince Alex. May its music always be sweet. Feel free to trade it back at any time.
Thank you.
Alright, and more importantly, for the time being, we're going to give him this pearl.
I found this large pearl. Might it be valuable enough to ransom back my family ring?
I have never seen such a perfect pearl. Certainly you can have your ring back.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't sell it. I'm a bit attached to it, I'm afraid.
Of course you are. You would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy to see a family heirloom back with its rightful owner.
Alright, and with that we can leave. And let's head back to the Nightingale. In a previous conversation with Jalo, I'm sure you might have noticed he mentioned Cassima owning a bird called Sing Sing. So, it'd be a super huge coincidence if this bird was that Sing Sing. And as you'll see, that is actually the case.
There's no reason to use that
Oh, whoops.
there.
Hold on a sec. I gotta actually click on the bird. There we go.
Alexander holds out his insignia ring to the Nightingale, hoping she perhaps is the Nightingale that Jalo spoke of, and that she might be able to take the ring to Cassima. The ring is the one thing he has that might alert Cassima to his presence on the Isles. The Nightingale swoops down and grabs the ring.
Yay.
She flies off towards the castle, perhaps to Cassima.
Sing Sing, what have you got in your mouth, my pretty? A gold ring? Sing Sing, where did you get this? Realm of Daventry. But this is Alexander's ring. Oh, my soul, he must be here. Sing Sing, I wish you could tell me what you've seen. Is he really here, then, on this very island? Oh, if only I could leave this castle as easily as you. Take this ribbon, Sing Sing. If you know where he is, return it to him. Please be careful, Alexander. It is so dangerous, and yet I could not wish you away.
Well, that was kind of schmaltzy, but at any rate we get a new item. Delivered by bird.
The little bird makes a delivery.
So let's go ahead and pick this sucker up.
It's a red velvet hair ribbon. Could it be? Could it possibly belong to Cassima herself?
Or am I merely wishing
No,
it
it was
so?
her.
Oh.
So, I think if we investigate the ribbon...
The lady's hair ribbon is made of the finest red velvet. A long strand of black hair is caught in the ribbon.
we can take the hair.
Alexander examines the red ribbon and finds a strand of long black hair.
Alright, so we got the hair and the ribbon. Now I think... Wait, what is this?
Alexander has
Okay,
a
the love poem. We want to give the love poem to the bird now, to give to Cassima. Makes sense.
Alexander holds out the love poem, hoping that the bird will deliver it to the same place she took the ring, in the chance that the receiver might truly be Cassima. The nightingale swoops down, grabs the love poem, and takes it towards the
Wow.
castle.
Sing Sing, my sweet, you bring another present. Let me see. It is a poem, Sing Sing.
What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight, I cannot live without the sight of you?
Oh, Alexander. I was hoping he'd return to you. Take this to him while he waits. Hurry, my fleet one.
The little bird makes a delivery.
Alright, so we'll just pick up this letter here.
It's a note.
Dearest Alexander, I cannot believe you are here, my friend. Please, please be careful. Abdul isn't about to let anyone interfere with his plans. Watch out for Abdul's genie, Alexander, and do not do anything rash. I am not without resources, and I will prevail if I can only find some small means of defense. Do nothing to try to get to me. You must not be endangered again for my sake. Greatly in your family's debt, Cassima.
Alexander's hand trembles as he reads the note. For the first time in his long search, he has heard her voice again, if only in writing. No words of love, only friendly concern. Friend. Is the maiden merely shy, or does she regard him only as a brother?
So while Alexander worries about being friend zoned, we got bigger issues to deal with. I don't think we get that ring back. I don't know if it ever comes up again offhand. But anyway, we'll not worry about that. We'll just mosey on over to the Isle of Wonder again.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
And let's see, Isle of Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange
Whoop. Zoop. Okay, so now we're back here. And we'll just wander over to the east here. Okay. Oh, it looks like we're getting kind of low on time. So next time we'll deal with all the business here and get that taken care of. And hopefully complete all that we can in the Isle of Wonder for the time being. So until next time.